Hello everyone, my name is Qarlene and today we are going to study geography. This lesson is going to cover the basics of what geography is, how to read a map, what the 7 continents are, and what the 7 seas are. So what is geography? Geography is the study of places and the relationships between people and their environments. The term geography comes from the ancient Greeks who needed a word to make sense of the writings and the maps they were using thousands and thousands of years ago. In Greek, geo means earth and graphy means to write. Using geography, we can understand where our location is in relation to other places around us or around the world. This is a map, and it represents an area of land or sea showing physical features like cities and roads. How do we read a map? We read maps using directions. Direction is used to determine where things are in relation to other things, and the 4 basic directions are north, south, east, and west. For example, if you live in KL and you travel to Johor, you are traveling south. However, if we travel to Langkawi from KL, then we are traveling north. Another way to determine the direction is by looking at the sun. It rises in the east and sets in the west. This is a compass and it helps us to determine direction more accurately. As you can see in the diagram here, the markings on the compass NEWS stand for north, south, east, and west. The smaller markings labeled as NE, SE, SW, and NW stand for northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. These are smaller directions that can help us determine a direction even more accurately than the general north, east, south, and west. So now that we have a basic understanding of what geography and direction is, let's move on to continents. A continent is a large, continuous section of land regarded as a collective region. There are 7 continents, which are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. As you can see on the diagram here, these are the 7 continents, and Malaysia, the country we live in, is in the southeast part of Asia, which is the largest continent in the world. So let's use this diagram as an example. If I was traveling from Asia to North America, I would be traveling west. However, if I was traveling from South America to Africa, I would be traveling east. If I was traveling from Europe all the way down to Antarctica, I would be traveling south. And if I was traveling from Australia to a country in Asia, I would be traveling north. Let's move on to oceans and seas. Oceans and seas are big bodies of water that cover the surface of the earth. And did you know that over 70% of our planet is covered in water? Just like there are 7 continents, there are also 7 seas. The 7 seas include the Arctic, North Atlantic, South Atlantic, North Pacific, South Pacific, Indian, and Southern Oceans. So again, let's use this diagram here, which has a compass in the lower left-hand corner to help us determine the direction of the countries and the oceans more accurately. So if I was traveling from South America to Africa, I would be traveling east over the South Atlantic Ocean. If I was traveling from Asia to North America, I would be traveling west over the North Atlantic Ocean. If I was traveling from Europe all the way down to Australia, I would be traveling in a south or a southeast direction and I would have to cross the Indian Ocean. However, if I traveled from Antarctica over to South America, I would be traveling in a northwest direction as it is between north and west, and I would have to fly over the Southern Ocean. I know it's a little bit confusing to try and remember the 7 continents and 7 seas, but I have some easier ways for us to remember them. The continents can be remembered through the 6 A's and 1 E. The 6 A's stand for Asia, Africa, Australia, North America, South America, and Antarctica. The 1 E stands for Europe. So again, 6 A's, 1 E. 6 A's stand for Asia, Africa, Australia, North America, South America, Antarctica. And the 1E stands for Europe. The C's are a little bit trickier because they're an acronym, and it's a collection of letters that make up the word Ice Papa. Now, Ice Papa stands for the 7 C's. The AIS stands for Arctic, Indian, and Southern, and the P and the A represent Pacific and Atlantic. So Ice Papa would mean the Arctic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Oceans, the North Pacific Ocean, the North Atlantic Ocean, the South Pacific Ocean, and the South Atlantic Ocean. So these 7 letters make up the acronym Ice Papa, which stand for the 7 C's. So let's have a quick recap. Geography, which is the subject we are learning today, is the study of places and the relationships between people and their environments. In Greek, geo means earth and graphy means to write. That is how we got the term geography. A map represents an area of land or sea showing physical features, and we read them using directions. The 4 main directions are north, east, west, and south, which can be easily remembered through the acronym NEWS: North, East, West, and South. There are 7 continents and 7 seas. The continents can be remembered using the 6 A's and 1 E, which I had mentioned earlier, which is Asia, Australia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, and the 1E stands for Europe. The seas and the oceans have the acronym Ice Papa, which connects to the 7 C's, which are the Arctic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Oceans. The P and the A respectively stand for Pacific and Atlantic, which would mean North Pacific, North Atlantic, South Pacific, and South Atlantic. So Ice Papa would mean the Arctic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Oceans, North Pacific Ocean, the North Atlantic Ocean, the South Pacific Ocean, and the South Atlantic Ocean. I want to thank all of you for listening to me today, and I hope you learned something through my simple explanation of geography. Please click the link down below in the description box if you would like to download the slides and use them for future reference. There will also be links to online quizzes to test you on what you have learned today and see if you can remember what we went through. Thank you. Bye.